out 6D diesels. Today we are going to try and revive a 1986 1 litre L, I think it is, Mini Metro. One owner from new. Lady passed away 1995, 96. And the car basically was sold to a friend of mine, and it has been sat here unstarted ever since. It's done the heady heights of 9,000 miles and has not moved from this spot in 25, 26 years. So unbelievably, it doesn't even look that rusty. So we'll get some greenery moved off of it. We've had a bit of a clear around in front of it because there was a pile of tractor wheels about here and out there. And see if the engine's free. Hopefully the keys are in it, and we'll see how we get on. So, yeah, as I just said, 26 years parked here. To excuse me, the light is not the best. So we've got keys. Have a look at things. We've got ignition keys. Try and familiarise myself with where a Metro bonnet handle is. I'll just bring this light with me. And as you can see, she has not moved, started or anything in a very, very, very long time. The ivy growing clean over it. But if we swing round in here nice and gently, you will see it has done the heady heights of 9,786 miles. So we've got some stuff, we've got some batteries, we've got some spray, we've got some tools. We'll have to try and see. I think we might do the normal. We'll start in the boot. So if we get rid of all this shooting, bits and bobs, and then we'll have a bit of a clear off and see what she looks like under the ivy. It's like 20 years worth of ivy dragged off of it. And unbelievably, the boot opens. I don't think we're holding any help in the gas struts being any good. No, we're going to need a bit of stick. But she's definitely original. It's even got some new old stock Vauxhall headlights in the boot. I'll bring you in here a minute for a closer look once I've found a bit of stick to hold this up with. Right, so as you can see, the boot hasn't been open for a while. I've picked most of the ivy off of it, so we've got some folded down back seats. We've got a boot carpet that looks like brand new. Strangely enough, we seem to have, I would have said they said General Motors on them. We've got some brand new headlights in the boot. And another second-hand headlight for something. Parcel shelf. We might do a minute. Let's just clip the parcel shelf in its spot. We'll go and pop the back seats up if the back door's open and see what she looks like in here. Everyone always moans at me because apparently I swing around too much, so I'm going to try not to swing around too much today. But this is quite amazing. I mean, for a car that's been parked so long, it's I mean, you can see the amount of cobwebs, but unbelievably, I reckon it's going to have survived. We've got that then. Oh, first aid kit. Put that, move the cloths and see if we can put the back seats down. Look at that. I mean, it looks hardly like it's ever been, but it probably has hardly ever been sat in. I mean, it's unbelievably not even that damp in here. Random pair of socks. I'll ask about that. Right, let's get on to the more important stuff. So I think what we need to do, I'm going to go underneath the hood of power. Now, I am just going to grab my light because the light is pretty poor down here. It's about the first time I've had half a day off on a Friday to do this. So, as you can see, I mean, all the original Unipart stickers, inner wing stickers. I mean, she's actually pretty solid. Little A Series A Plus, original hoses, original Unipart sticker on top of the air filter, little single SU. I mean, the stickers are, the original tags are still on everything. I mean, via some leaves and stuff. Let's just hold that out in there. That looks a bit funky. Bring my torch over. I mean, I reckon this is salvageable. I mean, there's surface rust, but there's nothing. I mean, we're missing a headlight. Sadly, he's got smashed in time, but I would have thought that's probably acquirable. But even the screen washer fluid is half full. Servo assisted brakes, screen panels in it. I mean, I would say the original wrapping's still in the heater blower motor. Sadly, there's a little hole in the top of that wing up there, which is a bit of a shame. But, right, so what we're going to do now, we'll get set up. I think the best bet is to take all 4 of the spark plugs out. I'll get in here and quickly whip them out. Find the distributor cap, which is in standard Metro fashion, wedge right down in there, and check the levels, check the fluids. Whip the plugs out. I'm going to put some light oil down the bores because I don't think this has turned since the day it was parked here, and that's 26 years. Hopefully, and see if she's stuck or not. Right, so that's all 4 of the spark plugs out, and we have no signs of actual visible rust on them, which is good. So I think a load of WD in the spark plug holes probably won't do any harm. A bit of cylinder lubrication, before we even attempt turning it over. Half considering just ripping this rocker cover off. Actually, maybe not. Just to see what we've got. Yeah, inverted, just a squirt or something, I suppose. It all looks clean. I mean, it should be for 9,000 miles. To be honest, we'll do the alternator bearings whilst we're at it. And I think next thing is to get a bar, which is over there, and then we're going to see if somehow we can get on this crank pulley for this. Probably get in there and see if she'll turn over. Right, so just very gently going to try just levering on the. Ooh. Yeah, we're free. Let's see if we do a whole revolution, which we do. Alternator's going round. Let's just get that in the correct place. Alternator's going round. Belts are going round. I reckon we're in gear. We are in gear. Right, let's go and put it down to gear first. That should make things a wee bit easier. So let's That's too much. But yeah, she's definitely free. It's a full revolution. Nothing nasty. Feeling any untoward sort of cylinder resistance. So I think the next step is we'll put the little rocker cover cap back on. What we'll probably do now is just check the oil first because we haven't done that yet. I'm going to chuck a battery in over there and see if she'll wang over. I mean, the starter solenoid is there. Let's see if the starter motor works. Wing it over with the plugs out, and then it can chuck this oil out of the cylinders, so that we don't get any description of hydraulic locking. Not really enough to do that. Get to see if we can get some oil circulating round, because God knows what that looks like. And then I think we need to. Going to have to get to the little mechanical fuel pump, which is down the back down there, and disconnect it, because God knows what's in the tank of this thing. And we'll run a new line to it from a can, get her churning over, see if we can get some fuel up, whether we got compression, whether we got spark. So battery checked on. Obviously Mini Metros at the time had a really tiny little battery. This is the smallest one we had. We had to nick it off our Citroen Nemo yard van. So what I'm going to do is I'll just hook the. I've got a little bit of a flash, but nothing serious. And then we just want to make sure that nothing vermin-wise has been eating things. It would appear that the headlights are on. The headlights on. Look at that. So it would appear that the rear light and the number plate light are all alive. I wonder if the front ones are on. That's bugger. Honestly, 26 years for a British Leyland product to even work 3 weeks later was good. Yep, she's alive, and even the smashed one's alive. Right, let's go and find a way of turning the headlights off. I'll bring my torch with me, because I say it is a bit dark and dingy in this here shed. So I'm just going to pop in here and try and figure out, it's been a while, how you turn the headlights on and off on a Metro. Is it on a stick? Must be on something. That's the wipers, don't want to do that. Nope. Let's get in it. Remove the ashtray, which seems to have fallen out on the floor for some reason. Put that over there. Let's hop in here. We seem to have an Austin Metro badge that's fell off the steering wheel on the seat. So we'll put that back where it came from. Right. So where are the lights? Ah, that's the lights. So yeah, the lights are switched on. So, the lights are now switched off. So position this torch so we can see what's happening. It's awful, isn't it? Sorry, guys. Let's see what. Oh, that's probably just as easy. So what happens if we turn the key? Got ignition light. So that's the oil pressure light and the thingy. Let's try a bit of crankage. Oh, she's turning over. No, she isn't, I don't think. I think the starter motor might be a bit stuck. Not really surprising. There she goes. So that's turning over. I won't do too much turning over because I don't want to suck any manky fuel up from the tank. So what we'll do now is that's pushed all that oil out. That's good. I'm going to get in the back here, because as you can see down there is the little fuel pump. Now, I think I can probably get that off without hurting it. And we'll put a long line of fuel, piece of fuel line on, and a into a can, and crank her over, and then we can get checking if we've got a spark. Right, let's go and get some more gear. So we've got our temporary fuel supply is sort of hooked up, not dumped in yet because we don't need any fuel yet. What I'm going to attempt to do now is get this. Let's try it. Get this here spark plug. I'll give it a little bit of a clean in a minute, and then over there is the remote starter solenoid, which means I can turn the ignition on inside the car, and sort of lone wolf it. So, bit of ice grip there. Lone wolf it into the into wanging it over and seeing if we get any flash in before we decide to go down there and try and deal with the distributor. Right. So let's see if we got any flashing. I'm not really keeping my fingers crossed, to be honest. That one off of there. Let's see if I can pop that off of there and get to this and get across there. Let's see what I could do with the spanner. Right, 13mm spanner. Keep an eye on that plug. And unsurprisingly, nothing. Not a sausage. That. Right, I'm going to have to delve into the distributor, I think. This involves getting in. Not bad on a Mini, worse on a Metro. Getting in down there somewhere. Right, I'm going to go and deal with that. I'll put this back on, put a top quality time lapse in and see if we can get in there and get the distributor cap off. Right, after quickly popping the distributor off, it's not really particularly surprising. I think those points might be slightly furred up, don't you think? So I think we might need to do some rotor arm cleaning and take that out. The distributor cap, which is just there, doesn't look. This is going to give everyone a headache. That's come back to standard. This doesn't look too bad. So we'll give that a clean. Give those a clean, and then hopefully, if the coil works, we've got power to it. We'll check that. We've got a possibility of some sparking. Right, so we've got the points cleaned, and I reckon I might give this a wang over. I've got a spark. Right, what I'll do is I've cleaned the distributor cap, as you would have seen, so we're going to slap that back on, clean the plugs quickly, screw them back in, and then stick some snoof down the carburetor before we connect our temporary fuel supply up, and give it a wang over and see if we get any description of poppage out of it. We've got the distributor cap back on. We've got the rotor arm cleaned, obviously, before we put the dizzy cap is back on. The plugs are cleaned, as you've just seen, and we've got one plug hanging out of there. And hopefully, if I wang this over here, we should have spark. Hopefully. Oh, yes, we definitely have got spark. Right, so we've got spark, and it does sound like we've got some compression. So I'm going to pop this last spark plug back in, and then we'll stick some sniff down the car pressure hole. And I reckon the possibility it might crack off. Right, so that's all of the spark plugs back in. We obviously seen a second ago we got spark. I have hooked up a temporary fuel supply. So as I said a second ago, I checked to see if the actual carburetor is free internally. You just put your fingers down inside of it and pick the pot up. That's moving. So that means the needle should be moving. I'm not going to pull the dashpot off of it for a minute. I'm just going to leave that alone. And my cunning plan now is I'm going to put some sniff of some description down the carburetor. We really ought to, I suppose, while we're here, move light, excuse lighting, check to see if it's got any coolant in it. Oh, blimey, Christ, that's stiff. Now. Oh, that's a bit ripe. Now, after 26 years of being parked up, one would expect it to... It's got green antifreeze. This cannot be a British Leyland product. Where's my torch gone? It's got to be here somewhere. Sorry, the light's failing me, guys. You'll have to appreciate that one doesn't have much time for stuff like this. So, let's get a different torch. Look at that. I mean, honestly. So it's got green antifreeze in it still. How can a British Leyland product sit for 26 years? Of course, you couldn't keep oil, coolant, fluid and stuff in the flipping things at 3 years old. Right, well, that's amazing. We're going to put the cap back on that because that's full of stuff. We know the water pump goes round. We know we've got spark. We know we've got start motor. The ignition works. So I think we'll stick some stuff down the carburetor. I'll set you lot back over there so you can watch and we'll see if the thing busts off. Well, not really much else I can do. Down the carburetor. I mean, isn't it a shame that old ladies back in the day didn't buy Fiesta XR2s? Because I mean, if that was, let's say, B Mark 1 or Mark 2, B-Reg probably did. That was a Mark 2 Fiesta XR2. 3-door, be worth a fortune, but they had to buy Austin Metros. I mean, it's even got the old person AA badge on the front. I mean, I'm sure I had loads of grief from people go, no, just leave it there. There's a bum for every seat, isn't there? I mean, let's be honest. Someone, I'm sure there's lots of people around that like British Leyland products. Particularly Austin products, can't particularly say I'm one of them. But this could be done. I mean, it's a Metro. Diana had a Metro, didn't she? A red one. No one likes Diana, so you never know. I mean, it is what it is. Sadly, it's not a Mini. It's not a Mark 1 Escort. It's not an early Fiat. It's a Austin Metro. But, hey, let's see what happens. Would help if you put the tank back on there. Right, I'll work that up. We've got a lot of compression there. One cylinder. Some more sniffy stuff down its neck. We've got a slight lack of compression going on there. It won't hurt it. It's a Metro. Bring it back. Well, you wouldn't believe that, would you? I mean, we're not particularly running the best, let's be honest. Let's give it a bit more room. There we go. First time in 26 years. I think the tubing's a wee bit out. We'll try and let it warm up. The oil light went out pretty much straight away, so let's just check that we got stuff going round in here. I think we have. There's oil lifting up there. That's nicer. Just give it a bit of a dose of new oil, I think wouldn't hurt. Well, utterly unbelievably, we appear to be running pretty well. I'm going to choke here. I'll try and push the. Is it going to take over without choke? Right there. Hang on. Yep, taking over nicely without choke. Oil light is out. It appears to be charging. I mean, I think it's probably allowed to smoke a wee bit. That's pretty impressive, really. I mean, for a. Oh, I was going to do the seeing as she's running reasonably well and the fuel gauge is showing absolutely zero petrol. I'm going to do the old sniff test, and that doesn't smell bad. So I mean, I think it might mean it's open. Open, empty. Bless her, the old dear must have already lost the fuel cap, because that's one of them temporary ones, I reckon. Not sure. So I'm going to try throwing some fuel in this here tank and see if it'll draw it through to the front, make moving it a bit easier. Well, I've just put the airbox back on, and the choke is on at the moment because I really want to stay running. Well, it ticks over quite low without the choke on. Can't really blame her for that. That's 26 years of not having go on. Water pump's going round. We do smell a bit of hot sort of mouth nastiness now. But it seems to be cooling and nothing's exploded and fell off. Go down here and have a bit of a dip into the coolant afterwards. That's good. And then assuming that the water pump is pumping. Yep, there we are. 26 and a bit years sat in the shed. I'll go knock the choke off in a minute. She's entitled to smoke a wee bit, isn't she? So, no charge light. We are charging. Everything is on. As you can see, just don't have a rev counter at this age. But there we go. Even the choke light worked earlier. There, well, that's the choke light on, so that's full choke. I'll try it off choke. Look at that. On the top back out here. as I say, it's just getting dark, guys, so please excuse the light quality. We're going to bin it. I think we're going to... Now we're going to stay taking over? Yeah. Possibly stay taking over. But, yeah. So, Rover Metro in the shed. It's not been moved for 26 years, start and run. There you are. What I might even attempt to do in a minute is move it. And I can't move it very far. It would be interesting to see if it got some fairly squidgy tyres, but I reckon that. Let's see if it's got a clutch in a minute. Right, let's see if it's got a clutch. Right, please excuse the failing light, but unbelievably, it's running off of its own fuel tank now. And if I do this, I've just put 2 or 3 gallons of petrol in it. The fuel gauge even works. If I can get the choke to pull out, it'll probably stay running, but it doesn't seem to want to move anymore. Oh, there it is. Right, that's the choke done. We'll put some lubrication on there. Look, even the clock's come alive. So, how have we got? And we've got Tommy 2 knobbage. You wouldn't believe that, would you? Do we dare attempt? No, no, the windscreen wipers work. Now, acid test. The squirter pumps. The squirter pump is squirting. That. This must have been a good day at BL. Immediately. Hang on. Yep. I've got a bit of contact problems there. The indicators work. Do I dare turn the fan on? Oh, it's going to be manky. You know it's going to be manky. The fan works. Oh, that smells bad. That really does smell bad. The fan's alive. It's blowing. It's definitely got an air to mouse doofus. Shall we try the interior light for a laugh? Ah, you are kidding me. Oh, that's crazy. Right, what we're going to do now, man's got to see if it moves, hasn't he? I mean, can we get anything on long wave anymore? I think it's some alternator interference. Right, I bet you the fag light has never been used. Nope, she's brand new. Right, let's go see if the indicators work on the outside. That's ridiculous. It cannot be a British Leyland product. Yep, the lights are on. The indicators are on. 26 years later. And yep. Sat there ticking over and flashing. Right. Let's go and see if we can move it. So you'll have to excuse the light has completely failed, but unbelievably, yeah, this zero light works. The ticking over. I'm going to go and lean on that fence post just there and push it back that way a bit. I'm going to go and see if this thing will move. Cleared the space down the passenger side by leaning on this door and then pulling some ivy off. Got a clean passage there. Looking if I move a few wheels, or at least tools and a digger, I could probably even drive it out.